Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some card and dice wrestling. We're going to be using Filsinger Games bootlegs. These are free. You go to their Filsinger Games boards or Facebook group page and you can get these. You do need the game, so I highly recommend Filsinger Legends of Wrestling for purchase, so you can get the charts and enjoy a wonderful card and dice wrestling game. These are unofficial cards for Filsinger Games created by the community. That's why I'm showing you them. We have a tremendous wrestling extravaganza. NWA from the 80s versus the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, or World Wrestling Federation from 1977, Cards and Dice Wrestling. Main event, Sting versus Superstar Billy Graham. And this is how the card is situated. To start off, the extravaganza. It will be NWA, Great Muta, taking on the WWF, Domenic DeNucci, followed by Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin from the NWA. He will do battle against the Heart Punch and Stan Stasiak. Nikita Koloff will take on Ivan Putski, Koloff representing the National Wrestling Alliance, while Putski, the WWF. Then we come to our first tag team match. The Steiner brothers, Scott and Rick, will take on Mr. Fuji and Professor Toru Tanaka. Dusty Rhodes will meet High Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes will be representing the NWA, Maiva, the WWF. Lex Luger does battle with Ken Patera, the Battle of the Strongmen. Sid Vicious takes on Bob Backlund. Then we come to our second and final tag team match. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard taking on Larry Zbyszko and Tony Garea. Barry Windham will do battle with Chief J. Strongbow. Big Van Vader takes on Gorilla Monsoon. The co-main event, Ric Flair, Bruno Sammartino. It's an aging Sammartino against Ric Flair pretty much in his prime. Can Bruno pull it off? And again, the main event, Sting versus Superstar Billy Graham. David Selinsky has joined us. Hope all is well. Says, what a card. Good evening, Al and the chat. So we will be using Ball Roller to start off this extravaganza. Domenic DeNucci, 6'3", 256 pounds, originally from Venice, Italy, now resides in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, taking on the Great Muta, the man with the green tongue, the green mist, 6'2", 240, from the land of the rising sun. Muta and DeNucci are in the ring. The referee goes over the instructions, checks for foreign objects. Muta not really paying much attention to the referee. And here is the bell. It is the Great Muta, right off the bat, leg sweeping Domenic DeNucci to the canvas, trying to apply a figure 4 head scissors. DeNucci trying to counter, but he cannot. So Muta is locked in the head scissors on Domenic DeNucci. Muta on level 2 offense. The Great Muta now gets to his feet, rakes the eyes of DeNucci, goes for a jumping, spinning kick to try to kick DeNucci in the cranium, and he does! He catches Domenic DeNucci squarely in the cranium. DeNucci goes down like a ton of bricks. DeNucci in trouble here. NWA looking for a quick victory. The Great Muta sticks out his green tongue towards the WWF fans who are booing the Great Muta. Muta, level 3 offense. Muta bridging chin lock, putting a lot of pressure on DeNucci. It is a bridging chin lock. DeNucci trying to make his way to the ropes. DeNucci trying to make his way to the ropes. He is struggling. I forgot to put the pin results in here. That's a 3, and DeNucci is a 3. DeNucci still cannot make his way to the ropes. The referee asking. DeNucci does make his way to the ropes. The great Muta breaks the hold and stomps on the lower lumbar region of Domenic DeNucci. That's going to add to his pin rating. So DeNucci goes to a 4. Muta on level 3 offense. The great Muta again takes DeNucci off his feet, looks to go for the power drive elbow drop. DeNucci, booyah! He nails DeNucci right in the heart. DeNucci quivering on the canvas. DeNucci makes his way towards the ropes. Muta kicking at DeNucci. DeNucci rolls off the apron and onto the concrete floor. DeNucci on the concrete floor. DeNucci's outside the ring rating is a B. We roll to see what Domenic can do here. That is a 7 on a B. DeNucci struggles to get back in the ring before the 10 count. Muta on level 3 offense. The great Muta having his way with Domenic DeNucci. Muta puts a knee into DeNucci's jaw. Now quickly scoops him up. It's a backbreaker right down on the knee of the great Muta goes Domenic DeNucci. DeNucci is writhing in pain. It's been all great Muta and the NWA. Muta again with the backbreaker. Booyah! DeNucci. Muta now again mocks the crowd, sticking out his green tongue. This buys DeNucci some time. Muta now turns his attention back to Domenic. Muta on level 2 offense. Muta stomping away on Domenic DeNucci. Muta goes for the spinning jump kick once again. It was quite successful the first time, looking to crack DeNucci in his cranium. DeNucci ducks underneath it. DeNucci ducks underneath it and nails the great Muta in the nether regions. DeNucci takes over on level 2 offense. The fiery Italian pumping himself up. DeNucci looking for the comeback. He goes for the monkey flip and he gets it. DeNucci now with a choice A. DeNucci with a choice A. Domenic is going to try the belly-to-belly suplex here. He needs an 8er under as he locks onto the great Muta. But Muta rakes his eyes. DeNucci takes a chop to the neck. The great Muta back on offense. Level 2 offense for the great Muta. Muta goes for the nerve claw. He's applying tremendous pressure on that neck region near the shoulder of DeNucci. DeNucci down to one knee. Muta behind him continues to apply the pressure. DeNucci. Now Muta puts a knee into DeNucci's back. Level 2 offense for the great Muta. DeNucci slowly rising. Muta looking for the spinning kick once again. And booyah! He nails DeNucci. DeNucci goes down like a ton of bricks. Muta goes for the pin. He needs 4 and under. And DeNucci kicks out. DeNucci kicks out. But his pin rating goes to a 5 now. Domenic in all kinds of trouble. The WWF not looking good here in this opening contest of our wrestling extravaganza. The great Muta on level 3. German suplex. Booyah! Takes DeNucci right over. Choice G for the great Muta. Choice G. Muta looking for the tombstone pile driver. 7 and under. And DeNucci monkey flips him over. DeNucci wrapped his leg around the Great Muta's leg, would not allow it, and then he monkey flipped the Great Muta over. DeNucci takes over on level 2 offense. Domenic DeNucci tries to mount yet another comeback. DeNucci takes Muta off his feet, spinning toe hold, not once, not twice, but 3 times. DeNucci stomps on the labanza of the Great Muta. Now DeNucci has a level 2. DeNucci has, after stomping on the belly of the Great Muta, a choice D. DeNucci really has to rally here. So DeNucci with a choice D situation. Kick to the face. No. We're going to go for the Cobra Clutch Suplex. 9 and under for Domenic DeNucci. Booyah! DeNucci takes him right over. He spills Muta upon his head, and that really did a lot of damage to the Great Muta. You can see he's favoring his neck, and his legs are just kicking away at the canvas. What a suplex by Domenic DeNucci. DeNucci, no slouch in his own right. DeNucci, an excellent wrestler. DeNucci has a big opportunity here. Level 3 offense for Domenic. 2 pin attempts so far for Muta. DeNucci with the 6. DeNucci with the 6. Puts a boot into the Great Muta's face. Rakes his eyes, scoops him up, and around they go. DeNucci has Muta in the airplane spin. That is a +1 finishing move. DeNucci continues to spin Muta around. He slams him down. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Muta just kicks out. Oh, DeNucci thought he had him. Muta pin rating goes to a 4. DeNucci on level 3 offense. DeNucci stomping away at Muta. Now puts Muta in a headlock and slams him with a closed right hand. DeNucci still on level 3 offense. Sends Muta up and over the top rope to the concrete floor. Muta's ring outside the ring rating is an A. This could play right into the Great Muta's hands. What will Domenic DeNucci do? It is an 8 outside the ring. A. 8. Domenic DeNucci will not go outside. He will not fall for any of Muta's tricks. He awaits Muta to enter the ring. Muta taking his time. DeNucci nails him with a knee, sending him back off the apron. Now the referee backs up Domenic, allowing Muta to enter. DeNucci quickly comes and puts the boot to the back of the head. Puts the boot to the back of the head of the Great Muta. DeNucci on level 3 offense. DeNucci with a 2, stomping away on the Great Muta. DeNucci with a knee strike, lifting the chin right up, and Muta goes head over heels to the canvas. DeNucci drops the knee into the lower back. DeNucci scoops up the Great Muta, and he's going to take him for an airplane spin once again. Around and around they go. DeNucci has Muta on his shoulders. Spin, spin, spin for the win, says Domenic DeNucci and the WWF. DeNucci slams him down, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, it is over. Domenic DeNucci has defeated the Great Muta via the airplane spin. What a comeback for the Italian Domenic DeNucci. When it seemed all was lost, DeNucci went into his reserves and came back. What a fiery performance for a fiery competitor, Domenic DeNucci. DeNucci with the 1, 2, 3 via the airplane spin. And the WWF and Vince McMahon Sr. very happy. DeNucci brings the first victory in the first match to the WWF. So Domenic DeNucci is victorious. As the Great Muta gets up, tries to attack DeNucci. DeNucci clocks him with a right hand. And Muta goes flying over the top rope and out of the ring. So DeNucci, winner via airplane spin. It was the second airplane spin that he put on the Great Muta. Great comeback victory for DeNucci. And the pin. Oh, forgot to put airplane spin. So Domenic DeNucci, the winner via the airplane spin and the pin. So the first match of the evening goes to the WWF here at Digital to Dice Arena. We have Kurt Berglund, JT, David Selinsky, and David Gardner himself. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling better, David. Check out Kurt Berglund's wonderful channel, and of course, David Gardner and Ron Juckett, Digital to Dice, a podcast that is oh so nice. So match number 1 down, 11 more to go. WWF 1, NWA 80's nothing. And this was a one they really needed. DeNucci really showing his true colors there. Defeating the green-tongued Great Muta. Muta never allowed to use the green mist upon DeNucci. DeNucci was well versed and he was well scouted. DeNucci really an excellent job with the victory. Up next, tremendous matchup. Ronnie Garvin, Hands of Stone, taking on Stan the Man Stasiak. Stan the Man Stasiak and the Heart Punch. So let's get this on our way. Ronnie Garvin, pin rating is a 3. Stan the Man Stasiak, who briefly held the WWF title. Ronnie Garvin briefly held the NWA title, I do believe. And Stan the Man Stasiak is actually in 77. His pin rating is a 2. He's still a top-notch wrestler. So, this could give the WWF a 2-0 lead. Mark Ferguson has joined us. Hope all is well. As he says, speak of the English, Al. Cool car. Dave Gardner says, I still have headaches. Talking to the doctor in the morning. All right, Dave. Well, you just, you do what you have to do, because concussions are a nasty thing. So Ronnie Garvin, 6'1", 231 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia. Stan the Man Stasiak, Buzzard Creek, Oregon, 6'4", 274. He might not look body beautiful, but he is a fierce and vicious competitor. Can NWA 80's even the score with WWF 1977? DeNucci, if you just joined us, Domenic DeNucci defeated the Great Muta via airplane spin and the pin. It was a comeback victory for DeNucci. Now we move to our second event of our wrestling extravaganza. Ronnie Garvin, Stan Stasiak in the ring. Stasiak with that taped up right hand. Garvin motioning to it, says, what the hell's that crap? Stasiak spits at Ronnie Garvin, and ding ding goes the bell. Forget the instructions. And it's Stan the Man Stasiak kicking Ronnie Garvin right in the balls, smacking him in the face and applying a full Nelson. He's trying to apply a full Nelson, but Ronnie Garvin takes him over. Ronnie Garvin takes him right over. He wouldn't let Stasiak lock in that full Nelson. Garvin, as Stasiak gets up, kicks Stasiak in the nether regions. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. The ball kicks have started already. Ronnie Garvin on level 2 offense due to the counter. Garvin stomping away at Stasiak. Stasiak on the ropes. Garvin continues to stomp and punch. The referee warning Ronnie Garvin about the closed fist. Garvin doesn't care. Garvin yanks Stasiak towards the center of the ring, drops a knee into his lower back, and applies the Boston Crab. He is really rearing back. Stasiak screaming in pain. Garvin says, I will break your effing back. Garvin, Stasiak, no love lost between these two grapplers. Garvin really applying the pressure. Stasiak trying to get to the ropes. Stasiak, a very large man, 6'4", 274, making his way slowly to the ropes. Garvin pulls him back a bit, but not enough. Stasiak continues to go to the ropes, and he grasps on. Garvin drops the knee into the lower lumbar region of Stan the Man Stasiak. Stasiak trying to rise up. Ronnie Garvin puts a boot to him. Ronnie Garvin puts the boot to him, not once, not twice, but 3 times as Stasiak is helpless against the ropes. The referee getting in there now. Garvin still on level 2 offense. Quickly comes right back in with a knee, pushing the referee out of the way. Knees and feet. He is just stomping and kneeing Stasiak. Stasiak slumps, his head on the second rope now. Ronnie Garvin yanks him back towards the center of the ring and once again applies the Boston Crab, continually working on the lower lumbar region, that lower back. Ronnie Garvin rearing back. Stasiak slapping the canvas, trying to reach down deep, but it's Garvin just rearing back. And Stasiak on his elbows, trying to make his way to the ropes, and he does once again, but once again, Ronnie Garvin drops the knee into the back of Stan the Man Stasiak. Garvin on level 2 offense. Ronnie Garvin waits for Stasiak to rise. He looks for a big chop on Stasiak, and he nails him right in the throat. What a chop! And down goes Stan the Man Stasiak. Garvin on level 3 offense. Garvin drops the forearm into Stasiak, but Stasiak moves out of the way. Garvin hit nothing but canvas. A stunned Stasiak gets to his feet. Stasiak on level 1 offense. Stan the Man Stasiak with a 6 goes for the full Nelson. Garvin takes him right over. Garvin showing tremendous agility there. Garvin on level 2 offense. Ronnie Garvin goes for the arm twist. Oh, he wants to rip that right arm right out of Stasiak's socket. Not once. Now he does it not twice. Look at him. He's really applying the pressure, and here comes the twist again. 3 times he does the arm twist to Stasiak, now really putting the pressure on the shoulder. Stasiak down to 1 knee. Garvin on level 1 offense. Garvin goes for the face rake, and he's got it. Oh, he just tremendous face rake by Ronnie Garvin on Stan Stasiak. And for good measure, puts the boot to Stasiak's head. Stasiak goes down to the canvas. Level 2 offense for Ronnie Garvin. Garvin again trying to get the Boston Crab on Stasiak. Stasiak trying to fight him off. Garvin applies the pressure. He is rearing back. Stasiak's lower lumbar region is taking a beating. Garvin just really rearing back. The 3rd time he has been able to put the Boston Crab on the large man from Buzzard Creek, Oregon, Stan the Man Stasiak. He has worked the arm and he has worked the lower lumbar region to try to take that power away from the dangerous heart punch of Stasiak. Garvin now relinquishes the crab and drops the knee once again into the lower back of Stan the Man Stasiak. And again he drops the knee. Level 3 offense for Ronnie Garvin. Garvin telling Stasiak to get up. Stasiak rises, and Garvin with his own right hand, booyah, nails Stasiak. Stasiak goes down in a rubble of heap. That is a level 1 finisher. Garvin for the pin, and Stasiak quickly kicks out. Stasiak's pin rating goes to a 3, so Garvin strikes first blood, I guess. Garvin measuring Stasiak, still on level 3 offense. Garvin sends Stasiak into the ropes. Monkey flips him over. Booyah! Choice H for Ronnie Garvin. Choice H for Ronnie Garvin after the monkey flip. Garvin flying elbow or a death jump. Stasiak's agility is god-awful. 10 and under. Garvin off the ropes. High up in the air. Flying elbow. Booyah! He nails Stan Stasiak in the heart with the flying elbow off the ropes. Stasiak in pain, having trouble breathing. Garvin on level 3 offense. Garvin picks up Stasiak and sends him over the top rope onto the concrete floor. Stasiak is a B out of the ring rating. Stasiak with a 5 on a B. Here comes Ronnie Garvin. Garvin coming after Stasiak. Garvin is incensed. Garvin rakes the eyes of Stasiak. Garvin going crazy. Garvin slams Stasiak's head into the ring timer's table. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. The referee trying to maintain control here. Now Ronnie Garvin, he's got the chair. He puts the chair down. Garvin setting up the pile driver, and booyah! He pile driver Stasiak on the chair on the concrete floor. The referee, will it be a DQ? 5 and under. And that is it. The referee is calling for the bell. Ronnie Garvin has just annihilated Stan the Man Stasiak, but he is disqualified. Stasiak lays motionless on the outside of the ring, right on top of the chair that he was pile-drived upon. Garvin continues to pound away on a lifeless Stasiak. Garvin screaming, "I am the man. I am the man. F the WWF." Wow, harsh words at ringside from Ronnie Garvin. Order is trying to be restored. The officials for both the NWA and the WWF trying to move Ronnie Garvin back, and now you can see some pushing and shoving between the NWA officials and the WWF officials, telling them to keep their hands off Ronnie Garvin. We'll take care of it. The referee is calling for medical assistance for Stan the Man Stasiak, who was pile-drived upon the steel chair outside the ring on the concrete. He still lays motionless. Garvin spits towards that direction, puts his arms up. The WWF fans boo Ronnie Garvin. The NWA fans cheer Ronnie Garvin. But though Garvin has the moral victory, I guess, I don't know how moral it is to pile drive your opponent outside the ring on a steel chair, causing bodily harm, but the victory goes to a unconscious Stan the Man Stasiak. They're putting him on the stretcher as we speak. The oxygen goes upon his face, and they will send him to the back, and possibly, most likely, an ambulance and a trip to the hospital. So Stan Stasiak, the man, never was able to land the heart punch. Garvin had the only pin attempt. Garvin was very vicious in this fight, as well as Stasiak, but it was Garvin's pit bull attitude that did the job on Stasiak. Though, once again, Stasiak is the winner via disqualification when Garvin just drove Stasiak's head and neck into that steel chair on the outside of the ring. Pile driver on chair. Outside of ring. And the referee DQ'd him. So the WWF 2-0. 2-0. Though that victory is not as impressive As Stasiak once again the winner, but heading to the hospital. Ronnie Garvin, bout number 2 down, bout number 3 coming up. Tremendous matchup here, no love lost here. Nikita Koloff from Moscow, Russia. And he wants his weight to be announced in kilos, he said. 125 kilos, 6'3", a very large man, takes on the Polish power. Ivan Putski, what a spark plug he is. 5'8", 275 pounds from Krakow, Poland. No love lost between the Russian and the Polish man. Putski says, I will lay the Polish hammer upon him and stand on his chest for the 1, 2, 3. Nikita Koloff says, we are coming for you. So Nikita Koloff, Ivan Putski up next in our wrestling extravaganza. Once again, we'd like to welcome and thank Mark Ferguson, Dave Gardner, Kirk Berglund, JT, and David Selinsky. D. Scott Howard has joined us here at Digital to Dice Arena. Says, hello everyone, hope you are feeling better. Hope you feel better soon, Dave. Again, well wishes for Dave Gardner. So, Nikita Koloff and Ivan Putski have made their way to the ring. Koloff, not usually a fan favorite in the NWA, though he did turn face with Dusty Rhodes after Magnum TA had the motorcycle crash, I think it was, right? Car crash, motorcycle crash. Ivan Putski is ready. Nikita Koloff is ready. The grapplers refuse to shake hands. They get their final instructions. Nikita Koloff is a pin 3 rating to start off the match. Ivan Putski is a pin 3 rating. And here we go as the referee signals for the bell. Both grapplers go right at one another, tooth and nail, hammering away with fists and knees and kicks. But it's Putski getting the better of it. Putski rakes the eyes of Koloff. Now they circle one another. Koloff, blinking his eyes, puts his hands out for the test of strength. Putski. You can see Koloff towering over the shorter Putski. Putski reaches up, the fans say no, and now they lock into the test of strength. Chest to chest they go. What a tremendous test of strength between the big Russian and the powerful man from Krakow, Poland, Ivan Putski. Koloff now puts the knee into the groin of Ivan Putski, that dirty Russian bastard. Oh, what a cheap shot. Putski goes down to a knee, and Koloff puts the boot to the side of the head of Ivan Putski. Koloff on level 2 offense. Nikolai off the ropes, drops the elbow to the back of the head of Ivan Putski as he was trying to rise. He didn't really catch him clean, but he caught him. Putski is dazed. He's hurt. Koloff on level 2 offense once again. Koloff going for the same maneuver, and booyah! He nails Putski again. Koloff mocking the crowd. Koloff on level 2 offense. Koloff picks up Putski, drops him right across the ropes, neck first. Putski writhing in pain, both hands on his neck, trying to get some air in there. The referee admonishes Koloff, but who cares? The damage is done already. Koloff looking, drops the knee on Putski's lower back, rolls him over. He goes for the quick pin, and Putski power presses Koloff right off of him. But Putski is in trouble. It's been all Ivan Koloff since that groin shot after the test of strength. Putski's pin rating goes to avoid Koloff on a level 3 offense. Ivan Koloff looking to whip Putski into the corner. And he does. Now Koloff goes right in after him with the shoulder. Tremendous shoulder strike by the big Russian Nikita Koloff. He does it once. He does it twice. As he holds on to the ropes, Putski pinned in that corner. He just continually, repeatedly nails Putski in the mid-region with the large shoulder. Laughing at Putski. Nikita on level 2 offense. Nikita hip tosses Putski to the center of the ring. Koloff takes 3-4 big steps high up in the air. He drops the elbow right into the chest of the very muscular Ivan Putski. Putski really having trouble here. Putski is hurt. Koloff waits for Putski to rise up. Wraps him into the Russian bear hug. He has him in the Russian bear hug. He is squeezing Putski, squeezing and squeezing. With each squeeze, less and less breath is getting into the lungs of Ivan Putski. Putski is in trouble. Koloff really raking it in, really just tightening his grip upon Putski's torso. Every time Ivan takes a breath, it is less and less as Koloff locking it in tighter and tighter, cinching it in tighter and tighter. The referee is asking Ivan, do you want to continue? Putski says yes, and now Putski claps the ears of Koloff. Koloff puts Putski down rudely. Putski trying to get up. Koloff rakes the eyes and kicks him right in the chin. Down goes Ivan Putski. Koloff on level 3 offense looking for the 6. He sends Putski into the ropes as he gets up, and booyah with the Russian sickle, nearly beheading Ivan Putski, the man from Krakow, Poland. That is a +3 finisher. Putski is in deep doo-doo. Koloff puts his foot upon Putski's chest. 1, 2, 3. It is over. Putski lays motionless after getting annihilated by the Russian sickle. Nikita Koloff gives the NWA their first win in this wrestling extravaganza here at Digital to Dice Arena. Unbelievable. It is Nikita Koloff with the victory. And boy, did the NWA need that. Not familiar with the cheers of the NWA fans, but they're cheering Nikita Koloff. The Koloff reluctantly takes the admiration as he brings the NWA their first win. Koloff, winner via a brutal Russian sickle and the pin. Wow! That's all I can say. It was a test of strength that proved to be the downfall for Ivan Putski, the shorter grappler. He was holding his own. They went chest to chest, and then Nikita Koloff put the knee in the kabasa and pierogies, we'll say, of Ivan Putski. And from there, it was nothing but a red wave, a Russian red wave, that flowed over Ivan Putski. Putski still lays motionless, and once again, a WWF grappler will be taken out of the ring to the back on a stretcher. That was one of the most vicious clotheslines, and Koloff's, as he calls it, the Russian sickle, it was one of the most vicious, sickening things I have ever witnessed here in professional wrestling. D. Scott Howard says, that seems about right. Nikita was a monster. So it's now 2-1 and WWF over the NWA, but if you're holding score, 2 WWF wrestlers brought to the back via the stretcher. we move on to our next bout, our fourth bout of the evening. Our first tag team match. The Steiner brothers, Scott and Rick Steiner, Michigan grads, taking on the men from Japan, Professor Toru Tanaka and Mr. Fuji. Quite devious, quite evil. But the WWF fans are rooting for Tanaka and Fuji, probably for the first time in history. The Steiners, well, they bounced from good guys to bad guys to they didn't care. So, Scott Steiner, who had turned into a Big Papa Pump, has a 2-pin rating. Rick Steiner has a 3-pin rating. Professor Toru Tanaka has a 3-pin rating. Mr. Fuji has a 2-pin rating. Freddie Blassie in the corner of Tanaka and Fuji. The Steiners, they don't need any stinking help, they say. We don't need a manager. Scott Steiner, 6'1", 265 pounds, Bay City, Michigan. Rick Steiner, 5'11", the dog-faced gremlin, 260 pounds, Bay City, Michigan. Professor Toru Tanaka, 5'11", 285 pounds of power, Hiroshima, Japan. Mr. Fuji, 5'10", 275, Osaka, Japan. They will wrestle barefoot. The Steiners will not. You have to be wary. The Steiners have been told you have to be wary of the ritual of Tanaka and Fuji with the salt. They have been told to watch out for their dirty tactics, but the Steiners can get down and dirty with the best of them. Both teams are in the ring. Scott and Rick Steiner wearing their Michigan gear. Tanaka and Fuji getting their final instructions from the Hollywood fashion plate, classy Freddie Blassie. And here's the bell. It'll be Fuji and Scott Steiner to start things off. And Scott Steiner quickly goes to Mr. Fuji. Fuji goes for a chop. Steiner blocks it, quickly scoops up Fuji. A running power slam. Oh, what a rude awakening for Mr. Fuji. Scott Steiner now has a choice F. Choice F for Scott Steiner. Steiner is a beast. Steiner. I think he's going to go power move here. Leg drop would be an 8. Steiner's actually going to drop the leg. And he nails it. Beautiful leg drop by Scott Steiner right across the neck and chest area of Mr. Fuji. He's not smiling so much now. A good start. An excellent start for the Steiner brothers. Let's see what Scott will do here. Level 2 offense for Scotty. Steiner trying to get Fuji in another slam predicament. He has him up. The fall-away slam. Booyah! Mr. Fuji is in deep trouble. He needs to get through that corner. And Professor Toru Tanaka. Fuji is down. Fuji is down, and he will roll out of the ring. Fuji will roll out of the ring. Scott Steiner pumping it up. The crowd going insane. The NWA fans going insane here. A mute response from the WWF fans, but they will get behind Tanaka and Fuji for this event. Fuji, outside ring rating, he's a dangerous, devious man, is an A. It's an A outside of the ring. Let's see what happens here. Fuji with an 8. Steiner will not go out. Steiner will not go out. He does not take the bait. And Fuji has a conference with Professor Toru Tanaka and Freddie Blassie. The referees count as reach 7. Fuji re-enters the ring. Mr. Fuji re-enters the ring. Steiner quickly on him. Steiner comes down with an axe chop. A European uppercut. They're going to go for the Frankensteiner. Booyah! Holy crap! The Frankensteiner on Mr. Fuji. That is a +1. Will Toru Tanaka come in for the pin save? Do we want to save the pin saves? I think we shall save the pin saves. And Mr. Fuji puts his foot on the ropes. The referee breaks the count, but Mr. Fuji now goes to a level 3 pin. A level 3 pin. Scott Steiner will tag off to Ricky, his brother. So Rick Steiner comes in. Level 3 offense. The quick tag was made as Fuji dangerously close to the Steiner brothers' corner. Rick Steiner now on level 3 offense goes for the German suplex. Booyah! Once rolls Fuji over, now sends him back towards the Steiner corner with another German suplex. Booyah! Has a choice H. Rick Steiner has a choice H. It's been all Steiner brothers so far. Professor Toru Tanaka has not entered the ring yet. Choice H. Holy cow, choice H for Rick Steiner. Rick going to the top rope in his own corner. He's on the turnbuckle. He's on the turnbuckle. It will be a flying elbow drop +1, so it's going to be a 9 and under. Boom! He nails Fuji. Oh my lord, the Steiner brothers are just manhandling Mr. Fuji. Quick tag now to Scotty. They're keeping Fuji in their corner, working over Mr. Fuji. Toru Tanaka reaching out, but he is far, far away for a tag. Level 3 offense for Scott Steiner back in the ring. Scott Steiner, quick tag to Rick Steiner. They're setting up the Super DDT. Booyah! Oh my lord! The Super DDT, the double team. That is a +3 on Mr. Fuji. Toru Tanaka will have to use a pin save here. We're not going to let that go. That's a 6 now. Can the Steiners they're looking to annihilate Mr. Fuji and Tanaka. Tanaka not even in the ring yet. Pin save. It's a 6. Tanaka comes in and breaks up the count. As Scott Steiner beats Tanaka back, the referee trying to get order restored. Rick Steiner and Mr. Fuji are the legal men in the ring now. But Mr. Fuji's pin rating, he has taken a horrific beating, goes to a 4. Goes to a 4. Rick Steiner squaring up with Mr. Fuji. He's got to make a tag to his partner, Professor Toru Tanaka. He needs to make that tag, but the Steiners have kept Fuji in their corner. So here's Ricky Steiner, level 3 offense. He's looking for the 6 and the Steiner dog. He gets the 3 and he picks up Mr. Fuji, walks him towards the ropes and throws him over onto the concrete floor. These Steiner brothers are vicious. These Steiner brothers are vicious. Fuji on the outside of the ring once again. A place you don't want to find yourself against the Steiners. Will Rick be caught up in the emotion and go after Fuji? Fuji is an A outside the ring rating. Here's the roll. It's a 6 on an A. Here comes Rick Steiner. Here comes Rick Steiner. Professor Toru Tanaka comes over. He's met by Scotty Steiner. All hell's broken loose. Scotty and Tanaka pounding away at each other. The first action Tanaka's seen is come outside the ring. Scott Steiner and Tanaka going at it. Scotty sends Tanaka into the barrier. And he is stomping away on Toru Tanaka. Rick Steiner slams Mr. Fuji's head into the timekeeper's bell. Boy, that table's had a workout so far. And Rick Steiner power bombs Mr. Fuji through the table. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But Rick Steiner looks, now he's playing to the crowd. Toru Tanaka has raked Scotty Steiner's eyes as he's got back up off his feet. And Tanaka with a chop to the neck of Scotty Steiner and a kick below the belt. Rick turns towards Tanaka. Tanaka with a tremendous clothesline takes Steiner down. Mr. Fuji comes back to his feet. Mr. Fuji, what has he got? Mr. Fuji has a chair and he drops it right on Rick Steiner. Oh, he is jamming it over and over again into Steiner's neck and head region. Will it be a DQ? Will it be a DQ as the WWF getting brutal on the outside here? No DQ. The referee lets it go. But it's the advantage of Mr. Fuji and Professor Toru Tanaka now. Unbelievable turn of events. Rick Steiner looked towards his brother, who had lost his advantage against Toru Tanaka. Now Steiner is sent back into the ring by Tanaka and Fuji. Fuji favoring his back. Fuji rolls in the ring and quickly tags. Gets over and tags his partner, Tanaka. So we see Tanaka for the first time against Steiner. Tanaka on level 3 offense. The Professor drops the elbow on Rick Steiner. It was a vicious elbow, a vicious elbow upon Rick Steiner. Now, Tanaka has a choice H. So what will Tanaka do here? He might go for the flying elbow as Mr. Fuji comes into the ring, pointing towards Scotty Steiner. The referee now pays attention to Scotty. Mr. Fuji drags Rick Steiner closer to their corner. Tanaka goes up on the top turnbuckle, looking to drop the big leg. He needs an 8 or under. And he's got it. Oh, he dropped. It was a knee, actually, right into the chest area. Level 3 offense for Professor Toru Tanaka. Tanaka now has Steiner draped over the ropes, putting his knee to the back of Steiner's neck. Ricky Steiner grasping to try to get some air into his lungs as Tanaka choking him out. Mr. Fuji distracts the referee. Scott Steiner tries to come over. Mr. Fuji points towards Steiner again, and the referee admonishes Scotty and motions him back to the Steiner corner. Oh, it is a brutal contest here. Choice F for Tanaka and Fuji. It's Tanaka in the ring. Choice F. Leg drop. 7 and under. Running lariat. We're not going to do that because that would only be a 4. So Tanaka, as Fuji holds Rick Steiner in place, goes for the leg drop. It will be 7 and under. Ooh, a devastating leg drop. Excellent double team work by Tanaka and Fuji. Scotty Steiner tries to enter the ring again, and the referee is distracted. Every time Scotty tries to come into the ring, it's more punishment for his brother Rick. Tanaka on level 2 offense. Tanaka waiting. Mr. Fuji comes back into the ring, whips Ricky Steiner to the ropes. What a double team there. Tanaka, tremendous clothesline, takes Rick Steiner right off his feet. Steiner down on the canvas. Steiner trying to roll out of the ring now and regroup. And that's just what he does to the encouragement of his brother Scott. So Steiner is out of the ring. His outside the ring rating is an A. What a matchup here. Outside the ring rating is an A for Rick Steiner. That is a 9 on an A. Tanaka comes out of the ring. He's on the apron. Now he goes back under as Tanaka and Mr. Fuji smiling to the crowd. Rick Steiner making his way back in the ring at the count of 8. Tanaka takes over on level 3 offense once again. It is a 4. There's a quick tag. Tanaka, Fuji double whip Steiner into the ropes. Double karate kick. Booyah! Nailing Steiner in the chin. Steiner goes down like a ton of bricks. Mr. Fuji is the legal man in the ring now as Tanaka drops an elbow on Rick Steiner. Scott Steiner trying to come in the ring and Professor Toru Tanaka hits him with a kick, sending Scotty Steiner flying back into the Steiner corner. 5. Rick Steiner is hurt. He'll face off against Mr. Fuji on a level 2 offense. So Fuji back in the ring. Level 2 offense. Mr. Fuji looks to drop the elbow on Rick. Rick Steiner moves out of the way. Ricky Steiner moves out of the way. And he'll lunge and make the tag to Brother Scotty. So it's going to be Scott and Mr. Fuji. And boy, is Scotty Steiner hot. Level 2 offense for Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner rakes the eyes of Mr. Fuji. European uppercut. Now he locks into him. Belly-to-belly suplex. Booyah! Takes him over. Mr. Fuji once again taking a beating from Scotty Steiner. Level 2 offense for Scott Steiner. Steiner's not done. Steiner with another tremendous European uppercut. Sends Fuji down to a knee. Choice B for Scotty Steiner. Choice B for Steiner. Steiner has a choice to inflict more damage here. Standing drop kick. That will be a 8+1, and that's where we're going to go. Steiner holds Fuji's head. Scotty goes up for the standing drop kick. Booyah! Nails him. Mr. Fuji does practically a somersault, head over heels, face first into the canvas. Level 2 offense for Scott Steiner. Steiner, one-legged Boston Crab. He's attempting the one-legged Boston Crab. He has it. Fuji close to those ropes. Steiner really wrenching the knee of Mr. Fuji. Steiner is really wrenching that knee of Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji grabs onto the rope. Steiner drops the knee into the lower lumbar region of Fuji. Steiner again on level 2 offense. Steiner sends Fuji into the ropes. What will the devious one do here? Mr. Fuji goes into the ropes. Comes off the ropes. Fuji's rope rating is a B. That's a 9. I don't think that bodes well for Fuji. Steiner goes for the shoulder block. He's the more powerful of the two, and he takes Fuji right over. So Fuji down on the canvas after a tremendous shoulder block by Scott Steiner. Steiner on level 2 offense. Steiner sends Fuji into the ropes again. Fuji with an 8 on a B. Comes off the ropes. Back elbow nails Fuji, and Fuji down to the canvas. He has met the canvas quite a bit in this match. Scotty Steiner, level 2 offense. quickly as Fuji gets up, wraps him up, belly-to-belly suplex. Booyah! Takes him right over. Takes him right over. Now Scotty will make the tag to Rick Steiner as he drags Fuji towards the Steiner corner. Rick Steiner comes in at level 2 offense. Rick Steiner gets him up. There's a tag. There's a tag. Holy cow. The double backbreaker. Booyah! On Mr. Fuji. Tanaka trying to get in the ring. Scotty Steiner races over and nails him with a big shot. He batters Tanaka back towards the Tanaka and Fuji corner. Rick Steiner is the legal man in the ring after the backbreaker, the double team backbreaker, and then the elbow drop. Fuji in all kinds of trouble. Fuji is down. Order is restored. Steiner has Fuji level 3 offense looking for the 6. He doesn't get it. He has him up. It's a back body drop on Mr. Fuji. And now a choice D for Rick Steiner. Choice D. 9+1 for the kick in the face. And that's what we're going to do. Booyah! We just got it, too. Rick Steiner kicks Mr. Fuji into the face. Fuji back down to the canvas. Level 2 offense for the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. That is a 3. Stomping away on Fuji. And here's a quick tag once again to Scotty. They go for the double backbreaker. They nail it again on Fuji, and they drop the elbow. The double elbow drop. Unbelievable. Fuji is just taking a vicious beating here. A vicious, vicious beating for Mr. Fuji. It is a 5. Now Scott Steiner, the legal man in the ring. On a level 2 offense. Tanaka's got to get in here somehow. It is a 2 for Scott Steiner. It is Steiner pretends to send Fuji into the ropes, but comes back with a Steiner line attempt. Mr. Fuji, is caught with it, and down goes Fuji. Down goes Fuji, a common occurrence in this match. Fuji is getting destroyed. Mr. Fuji is getting destroyed. Scott Steiner says, look at me. Look at me. Level 2 offense for Scotty. Scotty brings him up. Goes for another Steiner line. And booyah once again. Once again with another Steiner line. Fuji, as Steiner flexes for the crowd. Fuji tries to roll and make a tag to Professor Toru Tanaka. 6 and under. He cannot. Scott Steiner grabs him from the back leg and lunges him back towards the center of the ring. Drops the knee in the lower back of Mr. Fuji, dragging him closer to the Steiner corner and Brother Rick. Level 2 offense. Level 2 offense for Scotty Steiner. It is a 3. He sends Fuji into the ropes. Seems like they're toying with Fuji now. Fuji, rope rating is a B. It's a 6 on a B. Scotty drops down. Fuji leaps over him. We do it again. That's a 9. Steiner puts the shoulder to Fuji, and Fuji goes down hard to the canvas. Steiner, the more powerful of the two. Scotty tags his brother Rick now. Level 2 offense. Level 2 offense for Ricky Steiner. That is a 1. Steiner pounces upon Fuji right away. He is trying to bite away at the forehead of Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji writhing in pain. Steiner spitting out what looks like blood and skin of Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji tries to roll to his corner to make the hot tag to Professor Toru Tanaka. He cannot. He cannot, as Rick Steiner grabs him from the back, from the trunks and the long trunks that Fuji wears, the waist area and the leg, and again drags him back towards the Steiner corner and Scotty. But it's Rick still in possession of Mr. Fuji. Level 2 offense for Rick Steiner. It is a 2. Steiner drops a knee into the lower back of Mr. Fuji. Now Steiner going for the Steiner line. Booyah! He nails the Steiner line on Mr. Fuji. He goes for the pin. Professor Toru Tanaka has one more pin save. He's going to try to use it now as he races across the ring. Scotty Steiner races towards Tanaka as Rick Steiner goes for the pin on Mr. Fuji. Here's the pin save rating. That's an 11. That's an 11. Tanaka coming over, and Scotty Steiner clotheslines Professor Toru Tanaka. Unbelievable. And now a wild brawl has broken out with all 4 grapplers. The Steiners getting the better of it against Fuji and Tanaka. Back and forth they go. Unbelievable. The referee unable to restore order. Tanaka and Fuji trying to make a comeback, but the Steiners batter them down. We roll on disqualification for the Steiner brothers. We're going to go with the lower of the 2. 4 and under. No! Fuji. Disqualification. Both Fuji and Tanaka are 5, so we'll just go with the 5. No! The brawl continues. They let it go. The fans are going insane here at Digital Dice Arena. Chops, kicks, punches, bites, body slams. They're going spastically nuts. There is no disqualification. Odd roll, the Steiners win. Even roll, Fuji and Tanaka win. It is an even roll! Fuji and Tanaka with double martial arts kicks to Steiner, Rick, and Scotty. Down go Rick and Scotty. Professor Toru Tanaka is now with the tag, the legal man in the ring. I don't know. I think it's Rick Steiner. So Rick Steiner and Toru, what mayhem here. Professor Toru Tanaka takes over on level 3 offense. Unfreaking believable. And we have to give Mr. Fuji a 5 here. But it's Tanaka in the ring on level 3. Tanaka goes for the power bomb on Rick Steiner. We could do the salt in the face. Let's see what that is. We can try the salt in the face. Attempt to throw salt in the face plus 2. Disqualification 4 instead of 5. Okay, so disqualification 4 instead of the stated move on the card. So Professor Toru Tanaka, after slamming Scotty Steiner to the canvas, Steiner slowly getting up. Mr. Fuji coming over on the apron. He's got something. He's pulling something out of his pants. It's the salt. We're going for it. We're going for the salt. Oh, and they get DQ'd. The referee sees it. The referee sees it. Steiner blinded by the salt. Here comes Scotty, and Professor Toru Tanaka hits Scotty Steiner with the salt. So Mr. Fuji nailed Rick with the salt. Scott got it from Tanaka. The referee has DQ'd the team of Tanaka and Fuji, but they are taking the kicks to the Steiner brothers who are on the canvas. And now they are dropping the chops to the neck over and over again. The Steiners have won, but Tanaka and Fuji have won the day with sheer brutality and deviousness. The salt in the eyes, the DQ, but Freddie Blassie now coming in with the cane, and he's taking the cane to the Steiner brothers. NWA officials storm the ring. WWF officials storm the ring. Order is trying to be restored, and once again pushing and shoving between officials of the NWA and the WWF. Mayhem here at Digital Dice Arena. The Steiner brothers are victorious, but Tanaka and Fuji got their pound of flesh for sure. unbelievable. So the Steiners win via DQ, but they took a beating at the end, and Mr. Fuji was quite vicious, and so was Tanaka. They were losing that match, and that's being kind, but the salt in the eyes, the referee saw it. You have to say the referees have called these matches on the up and up. No favoritism. Steiner brothers, winners via DQ over Tanaka and Fuji. Salt in the eyes. So the win goes to the NWA. But Fuji and Tanaka and Blassie, they don't care. They have proven a point. They can beat down one of the best NWA tag teams. Let's recap what's gone on so far here in this tremendous, tremendous wrestling extravaganza. In our first match, Domenic DeNucci defeated the Great Muta. What a comeback victory for the man from Venice, Italy, now living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. DeNucci, winner via the airplane spin and the pin over the Great Muta. Ronnie Garvin would lose but yet win, as he would send Stan the Man Stasiak to the back on a stretcher after pile driving Stasiak outside of the ring on a steel chair. He was DQ'd. WWF up 2-0. But Nikita Koloff destroys Ivan Putski via the Russian sickle. It was such a devastating move. Koloff just had to step on Putski's chest for the 1, 2, 3, and Putski was sent to the back via a stretcher. And as we just witnessed, the Steiner brothers win via DQ over Professor Toru, Tanaka, and Mr. Fuji when the referee saw the salt that Mr. Fuji threw in the eyes of Rick Steiner. He DQ'd both both Tanaka and Fuji, but then Tanaka put the salt into the eyes of Scott Steiner, allowing Freddie Blassie's team of Mr. Fuji and Professor Toru Tanaka, to chop, kick, and pound away upon the Steiner brothers, with Blassie entering the ring using his cane to inflict even more damage before NWA officials and WWF officials were able to restore order. Though again, there is that conflict between the NWA and the WWF. The officials sort of go at it, but order is then restored. The Steiners are victorious but battered. We now move to another tremendous matchup. 4 down. 4 matches down. I believe it's 2-2, right? DeNucci won for the WWF. Stasiak won, but yet lost. So that's 2-0 for the WWF. Nikita Koloff destroys Ivan Putski, 2-1. And then the Steiners win via DQ, 2-2. But what are wins? What are losses? It is the infliction of pain and punishment and damage. Vince McMahon Sr. has turned over the team of the WWF over to his younger son, Vince McMahon Jr., who says we will inflict pain and punishment upon the NWA. The NWA says we will wipe out those upstarts of the WWF. Thomas Morgan has joined us. Did you make this version of the game? I play the cards and dice version, but I love to play like this. I just use a spreadsheet. And again, these cards are bootlegs. I would never show the cards I bought like this, but these are bootlegs. Anyone can find these free online, so I'm not worried about showing these. I came up with a spreadsheet. I did a green background. I wish they would do something. I looked at their online game, but you can't roll the dice. It just kind of simulates it. It's kind of cool. I'm going to purchase a couple of PDFs because I can get Neil Mascaris and SD Jones and Abraham Lincoln, which I think is cool. So I'm going to purchase that in the next few days. Again, those cards will never be shown on here. Those will be strict card and dice with the camera. But I like this setup because it looks cool. It's aesthetically pleasing. And I recommend them to do something like this. So I'm giving them some advice. I hope they take it. I think they should do something like this. I think all card and dice games should look at what Richard Hanna does if you're bringing it to PC. What he does with card and dice games. Again, this is just my little version, Thomas. All you have to do is take a spreadsheet, put the background color of your choice. These are bootlegs. You use a snippet tool. You cut it down. I did that. I used ball roller as my dice roller. I think it's a lot of fun. I can set up matches quickly. But again, these are bootleg copies. These are free. You can find them online. I'm not going to tell you where. You got to join the Filsinger Group Facebook page or their the blog site. I forgot what the blog site's called. Excuse me while I take a sip of water, but then there's links and you can find it. I highly recommend purchasing Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling if you're a wrestling fan. So here we go on to our next match. But I just made this. I wish they would do something like this. I would buy it. Obviously not a spreadsheet. I just came up with this myself, but I think a lot of these again, just off topic or off, we'll take a pause from the gameplay. I think a lot of games who are card and dice need to also give an option, if they're able to, if it's monetarily sound for them, economically sound, a PC version. Believe me, I buy both. I have Stratomatic card and dice for baseball and Stratomatic card and dice for PC. It's just, I like it. It's aesthetically pleasing to me. I'm going to add few more things, but I think this is a nice little setup. I think it looks good. I'd like to welcome and thank Thomas Morgan, Mark Ferguson, Cutter Historical. Check out that wonderful channel. D. Scott Howard, Dave Gardner, Kirk Berglund. Check out that wonderful channel. Of course, Dave Gardner and Ron Juckett, Digital Dice, and Dave Gardner's YouTube channel, Ron Juckett Twitch and YouTube channel. JT's here, David Selinsky. All right, let's move on with our wrestling extravaganza. Now, Dusty Rhodes was in both of these sets, but I let him go with the NWA. So it's Dusty Rhodes, NWA 1980s, versus High Chief Peter Maiva, 1977 WWF. Let's get to the pin ratings, because I forget this sometimes. So Dusty Rhodes, pin rating is a 2. Maiva, grandfather of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, father-in-law to Rocky Johnson, his pin rating starts off as a 2. Dusty Rhodes, 6 foot tall, 289 pounds, Austin, Texas. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the son of a plumber, I believe he said. High Chief Peter Maiva, 5'9", 285 pounds, hails from the Isle of Samoa. Rhodes, Maiva are in the ring as they get the final instructions from the referee checking them over for any foreign objects. These matches have been very, very tightly contested. Amish Elvis has joined us. He says, good evening, living legend. I am no living legend, but thank you. Great card. Wonderful to watch. Keep up the stellar work. Blessings to you. Blessings to you, my friend. God bless. Thomas Morgan, this is awesome. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you. And again, you can easily make your own. It's just a spreadsheet. Just a spreadsheet. And you use a snippet tool if you don't want to print up everything. So, here we go. It's 2 apiece, though the victories are sometimes defeats with what's going on. 2 apiece. There's the bell. Dusty Rhodes, High Chief Peter Maiva. And it's High Chief Peter Maiva quickly ducking under a Rhodes right hand, coming back with a shoulder block, sending Dusty Rhodes surprisingly to the canvas. Chief Peter Maiva has a choice A now. A choice A. Again, I'm not showing you the charts. Purchase the game to get the charts. So a choice A for Chief Peter Maiva. What do we have on a choice A? Send Rhodes into the ropes. Rhodes is a B rope rating. Or belly-to-belly suplex. Rhodes has a -1 power, so it's going to be 8 minus 1. It's a 7. We're going to go belly-to-belly suplex. And Rhodes rakes the eyes and claps the ears of High Chief Peter Maiva. What a counter by the American Dream, the son of a plumber, Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes on level 2 offense. Rhodes trying to get a knee joint scissor lock on Maiva. Maiva does a handstand. He's out of it. Fans clap. Maiva now on level 1 offense. So excellent counter by the High Chief Peter Maiva. As Thomas Morgan says, let's go Dusty. Let's go Dusty. Maiva level 1 offense. Again, races towards the American Dream. Rhodes tries to land a clothesline. Maiva slides under it. Quickly off the ropes, comes back with a shoulder block, stunning Rhodes and taking him to the canvas. Maiva once again on the choice A. We're going to go belly-to-belly suplex. We're going belly-to-belly suplex once again. 7 and under. And this time, he's got it. Chief Peter Maiva learned his lesson well. Takes the American Dream Dusty Rhodes over in a belly-to-belly suplex. Level 2 offense for the High Chief Peter Maiva, the man from Samoa. The Isle of Samoa. So Maiva on level 2 offense. That is a 3. Maiva goes for the body slam against Dusty Rhodes. And he nails it. Good job by Maiva. Maiva continues on level 2 offense. Maiva, as Rhodes tries to get to his feet, Maiva continues to strike. He has the better agility, striking the back of Dusty Rhodes, trying to injure that lower back. And now a kick, and now a chop. Rhodes goes into the ropes, down to a knee. Maiva is relentless with his attack towards the back, the lower lumbar region of the American Dream. Rhodes' face is through the second rope. Maiva on level 1 offense. Level 1 offense for High Chief Peter Maiva. Did I look at the wrong thing? Well, he's on level 1 offense. We're going with that. It's a 5. Maiva again, as Rhodes gets up, stumbles towards Maiva, takes him over with a shoulder block. Excellent agility by Chief Peter Maiva. Goes for the belly-to-belly suplex, but Dusty Rhodes puts the knee into the sternum of Maiva and the elbow atop the cranium of High Chief Peter Maiva. Dusty Rhodes takes over on level 2 offense. It is a 2. Rhodes tries to take Maiva over into the knee joint scissor lock, trying to put pressure on the head. Cut off the blood flow to Chief Peter Maiva. Maiva, as Rhodes locks it in, Maiva puts his foot on the ropes. Rhodes quickly gets up. He's on level 2 offense. Dusty Rhodes sends Maiva into the turnbuckle. A dazed Maiva, Chief Peter Maiva, goes into the turnbuckle. Rhodes trying to take advantage of a groggy High Chief Peter Maiva. Maiva's turnbuckle rating is a B. We roll. That's a 5. He might do something good here. Maiva bounces hard off the turnbuckle. No, that's a B. Hold on, 5. Rhodes goes charging in. Maiva puts the leg up, nailing Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes falls backward on his backside. Maiva takes over on a level 2 offense. So excellent counter by the High Chief. It is a 1 for Maiva. Maiva hammering away at the back, kicking and hammering with shots to the lower lumbar region. He is the more agile of the two. Level 2 offense for Maiva. It is a 3. Maiva goes for the body slam. Dusty Rhodes, Maiva can't get him up. Dusty Rhodes wiggles the legs, back down to the canvas. European uppercut by Dusty Rhodes, snapping the head of Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes takes over on level 2 offense. Rhodes with the flip-flop fly, and there goes Chief Peter Maiva down to the canvas hard. Rhodes dancing, gyrating, level 2 offense for the American Dream, the son of a plumber. Dusty Rhodes, the man from Austin, Texas. Level 2 offense. Rhodes trying to go for the vertical suplex. Maiva hooks the leg. Rhodes tries again. Maiva hooks the leg, and he sends Dusty Rhodes over on the back. Good job by Chief Peter Maiva, the High Chief Peter Maiva. Excellent job by Maiva. Maiva on level 1 offense. No pin attempts yet. Back and forth they go. Level 1 offense for Maiva. Maiva. Dusty Rhodes lunges towards Maiva. Maiva ducks underneath. Quickly again. Now this is a leg sweep. It was a leg sweep, sort of shoulder block. Rhodes goes down. Maiva, as Rhodes gets up, goes for the belly to belly. Dusty blocks it. Puts the elbow into the forehead of Chief Peter Maiva. Unbelievable. Rhodes on level 2 offense. Rhodes, once again, Maiva into the ropes. It's a flip-flop fly for Dusty Rhodes. Maiva, booyah, down to the canvas. Rhodes looking to pounce quickly on Maiva. Level 2 offense for Dusty Rhodes. It is a 4. Rhodes whips Maiva into the turnbuckle. Boom goes Maiva hard into the turnbuckle. Rhodes again on level 2 offense. Rhodes goes flying into the turnbuckle with a knee, trying to take Maiva down to the canvas. He does. Now he's once again trying for the knee joint scissor lock to cut off the oxygen to Chief Peter Maiva. But Maiva is close enough to the ropes to put his leg on it. Referee breaks. Rhodes still holding on to the hold. Referee starts the count. Rhodes breaks the hold. Dusty on a level 2 offense. Dusty Rhodes sends Maiva into the ropes. Big elbow. Sends Maiva down. Dusty Rhodes gyrating high up in the air. Here comes the bionic elbow. Booyah! That is a +1 maneuver. He nails High Chief Peter Maiva with the bionic elbow. 4. Maiva rolls quickly. What wherewithal by High Chief Peter Maiva. Rolls quickly out of the ring. Dusty Rhodes is dancing, doing the Dusty Rhodes shuffle in the ring. Maiva's outside the ring rating is an A. Let's see what the High Chief does here. Will Rhodes go out to bring the fight to Maiva on the concrete floor? Here's the roll for Maiva. That is a 10. Here comes Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes comes out. Rhodes with an elbow on Chief Peter Maiva. Another elbow on Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes slams Maiva's head into the apron. Rhodes takes Maiva and sends him into the corner pole. The referee admonishing Dusty Rhodes for these roughhouse tactics. Rhodes now sends Maiva into the second pole. Maiva is busted open. Rhodes sends him into a third pole. The NWA fans are going insane. They're going insane here. They're loving it. Blood from the head, the forehead, into the eyes of High Chief Peter Maiva. The referee continues to admonish Dusty Rhodes. He says, oh, baby, there's one more to go, baby. One more to go. And the fourth pull, he sends Maiva into it. Maiva goes hard to the concrete floor. Holy cow. What devastation. The referee is warning Dusty Rhodes not to pick up that chair. Dusty Rhodes has the chair. Maiva starts to rise. Booyah! He nails High Chief Peter Maiva with the chair. What is this ref waiting for? What is this ref waiting for? Here's the DQ roll. And there is no DQ. As the referee looks towards the NWA and WWF officials, no DQ. Dusty Rhodes slams another chair shot into Chief Peter Maiva as he tries to rise. The referee grapples the chair away from Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes drops an elbow on Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes now has Maiva pile driver. Oh, on the concrete floor. Mayhem has broken out here at the Digital Dice Arena. Rhodes now picks up Maiva, a bloody Maiva, and sends him hurling back into the ring. Dusty Rhodes quickly in the ring and back on the attack at a level 3 offense. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, looking to end it here. On level 3, Dusty Rhodes puts on the figure 4. Dusty Rhodes has locked on the figure 4. Dusty Rhodes, that is a +1 finisher. I forgot to change. That should be a 3 there. Now the +1 goes to a 4. He has it cinched in. Will Maiva give? Will Maiva give? Maiva doesn't give. He turns it. Rhodes relinquishes the hold and drops an elbow to the lower lumbar region of High Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes on level 3 offense. Rose high up in the air. Drops the elbow again. Rolls Maiva over for the pin. For the pin. And Maiva kicks out. Oh my lord, it's all Dusty Rhodes at the moment. Rhodes still on level 3 offense. Rhodes has the legs apart of Chief Peter Maiva. He drops the knee into the thigh area. Now he drops the knee into the thigh area again as he spreads those legs wide. He stomps, just above the groin area. And now he drags Maiva a little more towards the center of the ring. He's looking for the figure 4. He has locked it in for a second time. He has the figure 4 on High Chief Peter Maiva. +1 finishing move. Maiva writhing in pain. Maiva writhing in pain. He's trying to turn it, and he does. Unbelievable. High Chief Peter Maiva has turned the figure 4 for a second time, but quickly Dusty Rhodes drops the elbow, not once, not twice, but 3 times into the lower lumbar region of High Chief Peter Maiva. Level 3 offense for Rhodes. Rhodes looking for the pile driver as Maiva trying to get to his feet. Rhodes jams Maiva's head between his legs, trying to set him up for the pile driver, and booyah! With the pile driver. What devastation Dusty Rhodes is placing upon High Chief Peter Maiva. Level 2 offense for the American Dream. That is a 3. Rhodes goes looking for a drop kick as a groggy Peter Maiva attempts to rise. So it's a drop kick for Rhodes. Maiva moves out of the way. Unbelievable. He somersaulted out of the way. Maiva trying to regain some senses, takes over on level 1 offense. Maiva takes over on level 1 offense. Can he come back? Looking for the R3. Going for the full Nelson. Maiva, does he have the power for the full Nelson? Yes, he does. He has clasped on the full Nelson. Dusty Rhodes, a bit winded from his all-out assault by upon the High Chief Peter Maiva from the Isle of Samoa. Maiva has locked on that figure 4, trying to wear down Dusty. Dusty makes his way to the ropes, and Maiva kicks him right in the nuts. Maiva kicks him right in the nuts. Level 2 offense for the High Chief. Maiva continues to kick away. The referee admonishes him. Level 2 offense again. Maiva leg sweeps Dusty Rhodes off and onto the canvas. Maiva to the ropes, looking to drop the headbutt. And he does! He drops the headbutt upon Dusty Rhodes. Unbelievable! He goes for the pin. He needs snake eyes. And Rhodes kicks off. But it's Chief Peter Maiva on level 3 offense. High Chief Peter Maiva. What strength by the High Chief. Takes up a girthy Dusty Rhodes. And there's the backbreaker drop right on his knee. He holds Rhodes on his knee. As he holds him, and now he admonishes him. He lets him go. He is screaming at the American Dream.
It's really good.
Oh, was?
Yeah.
Nurse Teresa says the Game of Thrones, as we take a quick break. The Game of Thrones, what is it called? Something of Dragons? Something Targaryen. House of Targaryens was really good. Okay, back to the wrestling match, but hold on a second. I have to give Nurse Teresa a kiss. I love you. All right, here we go.
I like Targaryens anyway.
I don't like the Targaryens.
I do.
I was a Stannis Baratheon guy.
I was excited that they started with this one.
All right. You can tell me all about it
Just
after.
saying.
I love you.
I love you too.
I don't remember where I was now.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll figure it out. If not, I'll make something up. All right, High Chief Peter Maiva. He had the backbreaker drop. That's on a level 3. 5. We go for another pin attempt. Unbelievable. And Rhodes kicks out again. Rhodes at a level 4. What a comeback by High Chief Peter Maiva. What a comeback by the High Chief. Level 3 offense for the High Chief. That is a 2. Stomping away at the girth of Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes looks like a sea lion rolling around on the canvas, and Maiva dropping the knee over and over again upon the American Dream. We once again roll on level 3 offense. It is a 5 for the High Chief Peter Maiva. Maiva just picks up Dusty Rhodes like he's nothing, and again, a third time, a backbreaker drop right on the knee, shoving Rhodes to the canvas. Rhodes is hurt. Maiva on level 2 offense. Batters away at the back of Dusty Rhodes. Once again, level 2 offense. Maiva. Gutbuster over the knee. Booyah! Oh, Rhodes writhing in pain. Maiva on level 2 offense again. Maiva off the ropes. Drops the headbutt on Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes goes rolling out of the ring. What a comeback by High Chief Peter Maiva. It has been unbelievable. Rhodes outside the ring rating is an A. Let's go to the chart, which we don't show you. A, out of the ring. That's an 8. I believe he will make his way back into the ring. Maiva standing and now spreading the ropes across, telling, come on, Dusty, come back in the ring as the referee counts. Rhodes attempts to get back in the ring, and Maiva quickly pounces on him. Oh, the High Chief just playing possum, just dropping the knee right upon Dusty Rhodes, now striking him with his bare foot. Rhodes is down. Rhodes is down. Level 3 offense for the High Chief, looking for that 6 roll on the blue. It is a 1. He now goes for the trapezoid grip. Rhodes on the canvas. Rhodes on the canvas. Maiva behind him with the trapezoid grip. Rhodes works his way up. Look at him wiggling and gyrating, and he takes over Chief Peter Maiva. He takes him over. He grabbed him by the head. It was like he just took him over to the canvas. Dusty Rhodes takes over on level 2 offense. Dusty Rhodes goes for the vertical suplex against High Chief Peter Maiva, and he nails it. What testicular fortitude by the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Unbelievable matchup here. Violence galore. Remember, Maiva has been busted open. He is bleeding as Rhodes took him from pillar to post on the outside of the ring. 4 pillar to posts to be exact, and struck him with a steel chair on numerous occasions. Level 2 offense for Dusty Rhodes. It is a 6. Rhodes sends Maiva to the ropes. Rhodes hits him with an elbow. Down goes High Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes leaps over Maiva. Off the ropes. Gyrates high up in the air. Bionic elbow right into the chest, into the heart region of High Chief Peter Maiva. That is an add 1. Oh, you know what? I should have kept that before, because it's an add 1. So he actually should be at a 7. So he's at a 7. Maiva, and that's a pin. That is a pin attempt. Rhodes goes for the cover because that is an add 1. So the add 1 stays. It's not a finisher. It's an add 1. 1, 2, 3. Dusty Rhodes defeats High Chief Peter Maiva via the Bionic Elbow. A bloody Chief Peter Maiva, back on his canvas, is defeated. He has brought no honor to the Isle of Samoa. But it was the American Dream, the son of a plumber, Dusty Rhodes, getting a big victory for the NWA. So Dusty Rhodes is victorious. That was the second Bionic Elbow he dropped. So Rhodes, winner via... God, these cards are small and I can't see. Bionic Elbow pins Maiva. So there you have it. A big win for the NWA, and I think they're up 3-2 now. Yes, I believe it's 3-2. Not that it matters, because some wins have actually been losses in a weird way, because the other side has just beat the bejesus out of the winning side. As we lose our cap for our water. Amish Elvis is not sure Golden Soli said a knee to the nuts, but it's what we all thought. Dwayne March has joined us. Check out that wonderful channel. So a quick recap before we go to Lex Luger and Ken Patera Battle of Strongmen. In the opening contest, Domenic DeNucci with a comeback victory for the WWF over Great Muta of the NWA via the airplane spin and the pin. Match number 2 would see Stan Stasiak the winner via the DQ, but it was Ronnie Garvin who sent Stasiak to the back on a stretcher after pile driving him on a steel chair and was disqualified. So 2-0 WWF. But Nikita Koloff, the unlikely hero for the NWA, absolutely annihilated the man from Krakow, Poland, Ivan Putski, as Koloff hit him with the Russian sickle. It was such a devastating maneuver. Koloff just had to put his foot upon Putski's chest, and it was a 1-2-3 count. The NWA gets their first win. The Steiner brothers were victorious via DQ over Professor Toru Tanaka and Mr. Fuji, but it was Tanaka and Fuji and Freddie Blassie who had the last laugh with the salt in the face of the Steiner brothers. They would pummel and beat down Scott and Rick Steiner, with Blassie also using the cane. So it's 2-2. Then, as we just witnessed, Dusty Rhodes, after the second Bionic Elbow, pins High Chief Peter Maiva, a bloody High Chief Peter Maiva. Rhodes was lucky not to be DQ'd after really horribly assaulting the High Chief Peter Maiva on the outside of the ring, taking him from one post to another, busting him open, and smashing him over and over again with the steel chair. But he does get the pin via the Bionic Elbow. Now we move on to Lex Luger and Ken Patera. Lex Luger and Ken Patera. Lex Luger, the reluctant warrior, 6'5", 277, Chicago, Illinois. a very strong man, a very body beautiful man, takes on an Olympian. Ken Patera, 6'2", 297, Portland, Oregon. Patera, he'll get down and dirty with the best of them. I don't know if Luger's prepared for that. So let's go to the pin ratings and then the match. Lex Luger, pin rating starts at a 2. Ken Patera's pin rating starts at a 2. This is a big matchup here. Big matchup. Still to come. Sid Vicious versus Bob Backlund. Then a tag match. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard versus Larry Zbyszko and Tony Garea. Chief J. Strongbow against Barry Windham. Big Van Vader, Gorilla Monsoon. Co-main event, Ric Flair, Bruno Sammartino. Then the main event, Sting versus Superstar Billy Graham. I don't know if we'll get through all of them. We might do this a 2-day affair, as it is 11:08 and I have to go to work tomorrow. Got a doctor's appointment. Got to get blood work done. Joy. All right, so Ken Patera, Lex Luger in the ring. Patera flexing towards Luger after Luger flexes towards Patera. These are two narcissistic individuals, to say the least. We are ready to go. The referee signals for the bell, and here it is. It's Patera with the advantage as he goes right at Lex Luger, quickly raking the eyes of the taller Lex Luger. Reached up, raked the eyes, and right down once again into the Franks and Beans. He sends a European uppercut to the speed bag of Lex Luger. Patera now looking to hammer away with elbow smashes to the back of Lex Luger's neck. He feels that could be a vulnerable position, trying to soften him up for the tremendous full Nelson that he has. Can Luger counter this move? So Luger does not counter the move. Or does he? That is a elbow to the back of the neck. Yes, Luger does! Luger stands up, glaring at Patera. Patera backs up. Luger on level 2 offense. Patera can't believe it. Luger with a running clothesline towards Patera. And he takes him right over. Holy cow! After the initial assault, the ambush by Ken Patera, the shot to the nether regions, it is Lex Luger taking Patera over with a running lariat. He is revving himself up. Lex Luger on level 2 offense. Lex Luger again sends Patera into the ropes, comes off the ropes with a clothesline, and Patera is down once again. Luger flexing for the crowd. The NWA fans are loving it. Patera rolls out of the ring. Patera's outside the ring rating is a B. We roll on Patera's ring rating. It is a 6 on a B. Here comes Lex Luger to continue the attack. A wild brawl breaks out. Both wrestlers going tooth and nail at one another. Who has the better outside the ring rating? They both have B's. Both going for steel chair shots. Oh, but Luger gets there first. Luger winding up again, and Patera with a shot to the groin. That's one of Patera's best moves. Back and forth they go. They're hammering away. Now Patera rakes the eyes of Lex Luger. Patera, oh, the chair to the back. And now Patera has Luger down to one knee. Patera winds up and smacks Lex Luger in the back of the head with a chair once again. Ken Patera is an animal. Patera looking towards the NWA crowd, spits on the chair, steps in front of Luger, and booyah! Right square in the head. Luger goes to the canvas. To the concrete. Face is away from us. Patera flexing as the camera goes to Patera. He's flexing. Luger now rolls over, and he has blood. Luger has been busted open. Patera picks up Luger, and he sends him into the stairs. And again, Patera flexes for the NWA crowd. Patera now sends Luger into the ring. Ken Patera He will get down and dirty, as we stated. Level 3 offense, looking for the 6 and the full Nelson. And he has locked in the full Nelson. He has locked in the full Nelson. Unbelievable. Ken Patera's locked in the full Nelson. Do we want to go with the swinging full Nelson? If Patera wins with either finishing, opponent may be hurt. Oh, they don't give us the option for the swinging. Oh, no, they do. Roll one die, and even roll uses the swinging full Nelson. Nice. So does that make it a +3? We're going to call it a +3. Roll one die. It's a swinging. Odd opponent is injured. +3. We're going to say +3. So if it's roll one die, even if this blue die is even, it's a swinging full Nelson. It is not. It is a standard full Nelson. It is a standard full Nelson. Can Luger somehow power out of it? It is a +2 finisher. Luger struggling. Luger's struggling. Patera's really locked it on. Luger taps. Luger taps. Luger taps. Unbelievable. Ken Patera has made Lex Luger tap. Luger showing the heart that he doesn't have, as we all know. Remember his bout with Bruiser Brody. And Ken Patera got down and dirty, and it was a quick, violent match. Luger had some moments, but Ken Patera just took all the fight out of Lex Luger when he took it to the outside of the ring and the concrete, busting Luger up with vicious assault after vicious assault, including steel chair shots. So Ken Patera puts on the full Nelson. He tried to get the big man off his feet for the swinging full Nelson. He couldn't, but he really, you could see him locking those fingers in, applying a lot of pressure on what he felt was a vulnerable spot, the neck of Lex Luger. And Luger, he tapped out pretty quick. He said, "I'm done." Well, he couldn't really tap, but he said, "I'm done." He yelled to the official, "Call it, call it." Ken Patera brings a victory to the WWF, and we're knotted at 3. So Patera, whose brother Jack was the first head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. Patera, winner via submission. Full Nelson, which really just choked the life out of a reluctant warrior, Lex Luger. So 6 matches down, and it is 3-3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more matches to go, and I think we shall call it a stream. We will finish up this second. We're going to make it a 2-day affair, like they do now. We're going to finish up the stream. Make sure to join us when we next come back on the air for Sid Vicious and Bob Backlund. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard take on Larry Zbyszko and Tony Garea. Barry Windham, the Cowboy, versus Chief J. Strongbow. Big Van Vader, Gorilla Monsoon. Then the co-main event, Ric Flair, a prime nature boy, taking on an aging ex-champion Bruno Sammartino. Then the main event, Sting versus superstar Billy Graham. Before we leave, let's go through our first 6 bouts of the first evening of this spectacular. Domenic DeNucci defeats the Great Muta using the airplane spin to get the pin. Ronnie Garvin is defeated by DQ but he sends Stan Stasiak to the back on a stretcher and to the hospital via an ambulance after he pile drives Stan Stasiak outside the ring on a steel chair and was disqualified. The NWA gets on the winning side with an unlikely hero, Nikita Koloff, being cheered for the first time by many a fan. When he landed a tremendous Russian sickle after he sent Ivan Putski, into the ropes. Putski came off of the ropes, was decapitated basically. Nikita put his foot on Putski's chest, and they counted 1, 2, 3. The man from Krakow, Poland, was defeated. The Steiner brothers would get the NWA their second win, but it came at a painful price, as Professor Toru, Tanaka, and Mr. Fuji were DQ'd after throwing salt in the Steiner brothers' eyes and continuing to attack the Steiners. Freddie Blassie would join the fray with his cane. So it was 2-2. The Steiners did win, but they lost in a weird way. Dusty Rhodes, in a back-and-forth affair, though Dusty Rhodes started to pour it on, and the second bionic elbow by the American Dream, the son of a plumber, was too much for High Chief Peter Maiva as he succumbed to the pin, 1, 2, 3. And our last bout of our first 6 bouts of the first evening, Ken Patera just absolutely annihilated Lex Luger, winning via submission, full Nelson over the reluctant warrior Lex Luger. So come back and join us most likely tomorrow or Tuesday for the next 6 bouts. Our next 6 bouts: Sid Vicious, Bob Backlund. Then a tag match: Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard versus Larry Zbyszko and Tony Garea. Barry Windham takes on Chief J Strongbow. And a battle of really big men: Big Van Vader versus Gorilla Monsoon. Co-main event. And in his prime, Nature Boy Ric Flair taking on the aging ex-champion Bruno Sammartino. Then the main event: Sting versus the superstar Billy Graham, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour. Join us for our next 6 bouts on our second day of this extravaganza. 1980's NWA taking on 1977 WWF. So until next time, it's Al Red Sox fan saying thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your time. Until next time, stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do so. Also, please check out Filsinger Games, Legends of Wrestling. It's a wonderful card and dice wrestling game. These are bootleg cards. Free. They're free. You just have to find them. I'm not going to tell you how to find them. You join the Face Group page, buy the game, and people will tell you how to find stuff. Because I highly recommend the game. It's a lot of fun. So thank you to JT, Amish Elvis, Dwayne March. Check out that wonderful channel. Thomas Morgan, Mark Ferguson, Cutter Historical. Check out that wonderful channel. D. Scott Howard, The Goat Whisperer. Dave Gardner. Hope you feel better soon. Check out his channel. Of course, Digital Dice with Ron Junkett, one of the finest podcasts ever. Kurt Berglund, another fine YouTube content creator. David Selinsky. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, stay safe. As we said, be smart. Love you all. God bless. Come back for our next 6 matches, either Monday or Tuesday.